The Buccaneers just scored and converted a 2-point conversion to make it 26-37 with like almost 5 minutes left in the game. As you can see, the game's on behind me, and I have it actually up on my laptop behind my camera so I can kind of keep track while I'm recording. But the reason I'm recording this video early is I have a work event in a couple of hours, and I wanted to get this video done and uploaded so I didn't have to wait till like tonight to do it. So that is why, and also because we've looked horrible and we were getting blown out, and chances are we're probably still gonna lose. But I really hope we somehow pull it off. We'll see. If we pull it off, you probably won't see this video. It'll be a different video. But yeah, if you are new here, make sure you click the subscribe button down below. I am Ramy B. I post weekly Buccaneer reaction videos, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for all my future upcoming videos. But let me get started. I'm not going to do winners and losers because I think the whole team was losers today. First, let's start off with the offense. A very, very poor showing on offense, specifically quarterback play. Jameis Winston, as you all know, 3 picks and a fumble, a lost fumble. I think he had 2 fumbles and then 1 was lost. Before turnovers, I was reading something online that said he has 5 games of 4 or more turnovers, which is the most in the league, and nobody else has more than 2. And he leads the league in turnovers since being drafted by like 11. He has like 85 or something, and Blake Bortles has 74. Not a good look. Horrible performance on his end. Now I'm going to cut him some slack. Not excuses, because how he's been playing is inexcusable in today's game, but the offensive line has been atrocious. I think at the time of this recording, he's been sacked 6 or 7 times. And I think the majority of them, I think like 5 or 6 came in the first half. So a very poor showing from our offensive line. And as you know, the right side of the line is down 2 starters. So we have backups in there, and it's just the overall poor performance from the offensive line. And it's not really helping that our play caller, I'm not trying to knock on Byron Leftwich, but when our O-line is not playing well and we can't handle pressure well, you can't have plays where they're very long developing routes. I mean, Jameis is forced to throw the ball a lot earlier than he needs to, and his receivers aren't open or at the end of the routes, which is going to lead to some turnovers. I know the first pick was on him, the first play of the game. The second one, it looked like he was hit right as he threw it. Can't really blame him for that. And the third one was just really bad. He didn't see Luke Kuechly, and he might have felt rushed as well because the pressure was getting there. But I think the coaches, especially the offensive coordinator, has not done really much to put Jameis in position to succeed these last couple of games. The Saints game and today's game specifically, where these teams are applying a lot of pressure and Jameis just doesn't have time to throw the ball. He can't set his feet. He has to run. And when he's running, he's getting hit from behind. Like, you know, if a quarterback gets hit enough, they're going to start feeling ghosts, and they're going to start, being fidgety in the pocket and throwing errant balls and things like that. Mike Evans has been playing well, though. He has 9 catches. I want to say close to 100, if not 100 yards. So that is great on that end. A lot of it garbage time as well. But overall, the offense has looked really bad. Since the Rams game, our offense really hasn't been able to put it together. It's inexcusable. I mean, after we put up 55 on the Rams and their house with that kind of defense that they have, we should be able to put up at least 30 points on anybody without it being garbage time, scoring and things like that. So that's very inexcusable. Jameis was number 1 like in every category against the blitz, but today it's just not looking right. The other aspect of the game that I think is whatever losers is the secondary. Now our secondary, Vernon Hargreaves, he's got to go, or he's got to be a backup. We need to draft. I mean, we've been drafting corners and none of them have really panned out. So we definitely need to figure out, we need to trade for a corner before the trade deadline. If we think that we can make a push this year, I think if we get a solid corner who's, let's say, average to above average, not necessarily elite, maybe from like, top 15 to top 10 range, and he can actually play some solid defense, we can roll some of the coverage to the other side, and then our defense will be much better. I keep hearing the name Patrick Peterson. He's unhappy. I think he comes back next week, maybe. I think he was suspended 6 weeks. If we can trade for him, he can potentially lock down or close to lock down one side of the field. So that is what we need. I think we actually stopped them now and we're getting the ball back, it looks like. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like they're going to punt or something. But again, the secondary hasn't been doing well. We've made Kyle Allen look like a Pro Bowler, over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hasn't really made too many mistakes. And then let me talk about our special teams. Bobo Wilson got to go. He cannot be our punt returner moving forward. He's been absolutely horrible. He muffed 2 punts in a row. One of them was recovered by the Panthers to give him a field goal to put it up to 37. If it was 34, right now we have 26 points. It would have been, a much more manageable game, but we still need 2 possessions. Yeah, we received it. Oh, he actually didn't muff it this time, and he's got somewhat of a 10-yard return. But yeah, there's about 3 minutes left, 2:59 left, and we are down 11. So yeah, the game looks like it's pretty much over. Luckily, we do have a bye week next week, so we can kind of recoup, get our players healthy again, and figure out how we're going. I think we go to the Titans after the bye week. Maybe we can figure out how the Titans, how to play the Titans, because this is our technically third road game, even though it's a home game in London, but the crowd is much more of Carolina leaning and louder. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I get it's a trade-off when you host a Super Bowl. You got to be able to play in London, but whatever. Hopefully Jameis and them can do something this drive, maybe get us within one score. But I mean, at this point, I feel like it's too late. He threw a deep ball right now, and it was out of bounds. The one play that would have been a game changer had it been caught was before the end of the first half when Jameis threw that bomb to Mike Evans, and it literally hit him in his arms, and he bobbled it. If he had caught that, he would have been down inside the 10 or at least, or scored. It looked like he had enough of a step to score, and then the bobbling kind of slowed him down. But he may have been inside the 10. We would have been able to at least get a field goal because we would have been able to spike the ball with like 4 or 5 seconds left. Could have potentially changed the game a little bit. Yeah, that is my overall reaction. A horrible performance on both ends. I know the international trips can really take a toll on a lot of teams, and it looked like the strategy that our team employed was to get to London late and just rely on melatonin and try to get sleep on the plane, which isn't really the best. The sports scientist said it works. It doesn't make sense to me, because the time difference, and they left Thursday night, which means they got there Friday morning. So they've only been in London for like 48 hours, which doesn't really make sense to me. But so yeah, looks like it's about it. We're kind of moving down the field right now. Another deep ball. Let's see, is it gonna get caught? Nope, not caught again. Yeah, this game is pretty much over. We have 2:30 or so left, and we're down 11 still. So yeah, make sure you click subscribe down below. Stay tuned for more Bucs reactions. Comment down below what you think we need to change heading into this bye week and heading into the next stretch of the season, the next 10 games. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on that. I think we need to really focus on fixing the secondary and somehow create some cohesion with the O-line, because the way they've been playing is not going to be sufficient for us to succeed moving forward. But yeah, this is my kind of quick reaction. Unfortunately, looks like we're going to head into the bye week with a 2-4 record. Not the absolute worst, but then we're going to be 2 games behind Carolina for second place in the division. I think we might be tied with Atlanta. I don't know. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, and hopefully go Bucs. This is this is probably the worst performance of the season. I said that last week about the Saints game, but this one we just look like a sorry team right now. Sorry, Bucs fans. At least next week we don't have to deal with another week of disappointment. It's a bye week, but the Bucs, they'll probably figure out a way to lose them too. So, but yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Let's go Bucs. Buck Nation, let's try to remain strong. And I am out.
Our offense tough, our defense rough. Go Bucs, go Bucs. Ain't no other team stopping us. Go Bucs, go Bucs.